that's the best. I would say that's the best unplanned decision that I have taken in my life. So this place remains really close. Willingness to grow a career in management will only grew. My course fee is less than few of Indian MBA fees. Landing the first job and your cultural shock, it's gonna be difficult for you in the beginning. No one else would be in the campus, just the 5 or 6 of us. Enjoy the time that you have right now with uh, your friends. Work on your skills, find your niche, and work on that. If you need help, reach out to your alumni list. We are here to help you. If you
Hello, everyone. So, this is Richa. I welcome you all to Know Your Alumni, another episode and season 4.0. Here, I welcome Abdullah Anwar, currently studying in University of Windsor, his management, and currently working part-time in TD Bank, Canada. We welcome you, sir.
Thanks, Richa. Thanks for having me for Know Your Alumni session, and I'm really excited to be a part of it.
So, sir, can you just summarize like the journey that you had at NIFTEM in the 4 years that you have studied here?
Sure. So joining NIFTEM remains one of the most unplanned and random decision that I've taken in my life. So I came to know about NIFTEM from my uncle, who just saw a newspaper article about NIFTEM and its admissions process. He referred me to the website, and I came to know about this really interesting technology plus management uh, curriculum. So the best part of NIFTEM is it offers technology plus management curriculum within 4 years, and it doesn't give you a B.tech plus MBA degree, so you have the liberty of going for a master's once you graduate. However, at the same time, you have enough knowledge to get into a management role with a degree from NIFTEM. So that's the best. I would say that's the best unplanned decision that I have taken in my life. So this place remains really close to my heart.
So sure. I am really glad that you passed out from NIFTEM and we are getting to like connect with you as our alumni. So, sir, can you please tell us like what did you gain from your B.tech like after passing out from NIFTEM? Like, do you carry something that you had gained from NIFTEM yet?
Sure. Thanks for that. So with NIFTEM, the biggest and the best part is the exposure that you get in different fields. First, I would go through the WAP program. It had a tremendous effect on my materialistic kind of learning. So we used to go for a week long, sometimes 10 days long WAPs, and we would get the opportunity to translate our in class learnings into real world actions that could change potentially the lives of many people in the village that we visit. And there was one more thing. While I was in NIFTEM, different pilot plans were getting built. So I was lucky enough to be the part of Meet pilot plan. So that project gave me the first-hand experience of managing people and process. Apart from that, uh, in NIFTEM, I got the chance to meet a lot of talented individuals. They still have a huge impact on my life. I did learn a lot from my classmates, my seniors, as well as my juniors. And I mean, I have no words to praise for a few professors that I learned from. They also have a huge impact on my life. So yes, so that's all I gained from NIFTEM.
That's lovely to know, sir, about your experience in NIFTEM and all the learnings that you have carried with yourself to now where you are. Okay, so sir, like when we are as students, like currently I'm also now a student, so we get a lot of hectic work. Like we get to learn a lot of subjects. So when and how did you know that yes, further you wanted to pursue MBA? Like when did you decide no, that after this you have to go for masters and that's so for MBA?
So the good thing about NIFTEM's curriculum is that you get management subjects right from the first term. So if you want, you can decide right away from the first term. So I remember Vimal Pansar had recently joined in the first term, in our first term. So he took up management, introduction to management courses for us. And he brought real world expertise and experience with him. So he used to work for UCO Bank, I believe, before that. So he used to give us a lot of real world examples while teaching us management. And at the same time, I felt that I had a little knack for getting into management field rather than going for pure technology kind of field. So I could say that from right from the first term itself, I was attracted towards pursuing a career in management. And as the program went on, this willingness to grow a career in management field only grew. So I did my internship with a management consulting firm. Then finally, I got the chance to join a bank after I graduated.
Okay.
So I would say, yeah. So it was from the first time itself that I wanted to go for a management job as well as higher education.
Okay, sir. So that's really nice to know. So when did you decide that okay, that you had to pursue MBA that's so in abroad rather than in India? Could you please tell us about that?
Yes. So MBA, I had decided to go for masters in management, basically. But the country, if I do it in India or abroad, that wasn't decided yet. However, I have a few cousins and my own sister who lives abroad. They used to tell me a lot about, the work-life balance that they have there, the opportunity, the lifestyle, everything. So, I mean, those things didn't make much sense to me until I joined in my first job. So after joining my first job, I came to know what work-life balance means. So working in a bank, I used to spend close to 12 hours every day. So when I would talk to my cousins or my sister, they would say that no, after 8 hours, we don't spend a minute in our jobs. The rest of our day goes towards our family and whatever we want to do we can go for recreational things and everything. So that was the biggest point for me. Apart from that, right now the fees in India, I would say, for MBA is very high. So my course fee is less than few of Indian MBA fees. So that was one of the points as well, because basically we have to take a loan for this the course, right? So if it's taking a long, long time for me to repay it, so it's gonna be a burden for me. So with a degree abroad, I have the option to pay it back within 2 to 3 years. So that was also one of the points that came to my mind while selecting the country, while deciding whether I should do it in India or should I go abroad. So that, and yeah, basically, so I would say lifestyle, in terms of lifestyle, uh, it has a great effect on lifestyle as well. So right now, as a student, the lifestyle that I'm being able to maintain is better than what I used to maintain with a full-time job back home. So that's also a thing, that carried some weightage for me. So yeah, these are the basic factors that I considered while choosing abroad or India. for my master's.
Okay, sir. So, sir, when students think about pursuing their masters from abroad, they get to know about various challenges that will have to face. So, were there any challenges that you had to face, and like, would you tell us about how did you deal with them?
Yes, so moving into a new country, a new culture, it's a big challenge by itself. So I would say the first thing was a cultural shock for me. So when I came to Canada, the people here are so nice that I used to bother me. If a cyclist is coming, let's say from front, if I give him some room to move, he would stop and say me sorry. Would just say me sorry, I took your space. You had to move away from your sidewalk. So that's the kind of cultural difference we have. So uh, also on roads, you won't see people honking. I was like, why are these people driving so nicely and without any noise? Where's honking? So I missed that honking as well. So these are some of the cultural differences that we have here in Canada. Uh, but the biggest challenge for me when I came here was to get my first job. It it's really difficult, I would say. So you have to be persistent with your efforts and learn to take rejections. So I got hundreds of rejections in the beginning. In the first 2 months, I did apply for hundreds of jobs and got rejections from there. And you'll have to continuously do networking, use leverage your LinkedIn connections, and talk to people at school. So here's schools don't offer campus placements. However, they help you. There are career centers in almost every school. So they help you in building your resume, building your cover letter. So you can use that service to basically get a perfect CV or a cover letter, so that you can get a land your first job. Once you land your first job here, it gets really easy after that. So for me, it took me 1 month to get my first job. We'll come to that later on. But after that, uh, I got multiple opportunities. So on the basis of my Canadian experience, I got multiple opportunities after that. So yeah, so landing the first job and your cultural shock, it's gonna be difficult for you in the beginning.
Okay, sir. So, what do you think? Like, are there ampum opportunities for we food technology students even outside India? What's your say on that?
Yes, so if you know how to look into right places, there are amazing and a lot of opportunities for food technologists away from India as well. So, however, in Canada, research and development opportunities are a bit limited because most of the research and development is either done in Europe or in North America, it's done in US. However, you can get operations like planned day-to-day operations and quality and applied kind of operations like supply chain and uh, similar kind of sales like food sales. So those kind of roles, we can food technologists can get here in Canada easily. So that won't be a problem. Getting a job won't be a problem if you look into the right places. Just that it can be a bit tricky if you are looking for a research and development kind of job.
Yeah. So can you tell us about your like past work experiences?
Started with HDFC Bank basically. So mm, I got a training in back in Pune. So that training was basically around agricultural lending. So after getting that, I went back to my posting location, that was Bhubaneswar, and got a shocker from my boss that we don't do that here. We don't give agriculture. There's not much scope in and around Bhubaneswar for agricultural lending. So all we do here is working capital lending. Do you know anything about working capital lending? I said that's the. I mean, this word is new to me. I haven't heard of working capital lending yet. So he was like, "Okay, so you don't know anything about it. That's fine." So I had a training period of 1 year as a trainee. I got 1 year. So my boss told me, you have 1 year to learn. I'm not expecting any result from you for 1 year. Whatever you bring in, that will be a bonus for me. However, I expect you to learn banking in details in this 1 year. And after 1 year, I'll expect you to deliver. So I used that 1 year to learn from him, my boss himself, and my other colleagues. My other colleagues were really nice. So they were like elder brothers to me. They had like 10 to 12 years of banking experience. So it was really nice for them to coach me as well. So basically, I was coached to do my job, and working capital lending was really interesting for me because I used to find accounting and finance very easy. I mean, it came to me right away, even in the class. So that was a really good experience for me. That I, when I came to Canada. So, like I said, my first job in Canada was with Walmart. I basically left the job with HDFC and moved to Canada for my master's. And here, after 1 month, I got a job with Walmart. It was like customer fulfillment. It was related to e-commerce, basically, what the job was. But I used to get overwhelmed by the size of its operation. So they have big warehouses, 3, 4 story high, and we have to extract products from that, and we'll have to deliver. So I found that that's looking at that scale was bit of overwhelming. So for me, office kind of job, like seeing people and so advising people on their finances, solving business problems, those were the kind of things that excited me rather than doing this. So I kept on looking for jobs. Then I got an interview with TD Canada Trust. So TD Canada Trust is the second largest bank in Canada after RBC. So here I started as a student, basically in a student role. So it was customer experience associate. What we do on day-to-day basis here is I do regular transactions like taking money in, giving money out, sending wires to different countries, getting drafts on, and advising people on their accounts and saving, investing, those kind of things. These are the very basic kind of banking that I do here. So this helps me in learning the financial system here in Canada. That helps me as well as a newcomer what I should do to manage my finances right from the beginning, so that later I don't repent that I didn't do this from the beginning and stuff like that. So yes, what I was able to do with this job that's helping me to perform well is I basically translated all of my learnings that I had with HDFC Bank to TD. So banking systems are pretty similar in India and Canada. That's one thing that helped me in getting the job. So there were other people from other parts of world who were interviewing for that job as well. But what they had, the experience that they had wasn't matching with what Canada expects. But for Indian banking and Canadian banking being a bit similar, really helped me out.
Thank you for sharing your experience. So we know that nowadays students after the B.tech, they don't want to stop there. They want to pursue their masters, either MBA or M.tech. So like the students who are going to go for MBA after their B.tech. Like, would you want to give some advice to them?
Sure, sure. So, especially people who want to get a management degree after B.tech, I would suggest them to go work in the industry for at least a couple of years. Uh, if you can do more than that, that's well and fine. But at least do it for a year or two. So that way, what happens is when you go into the classroom environment, you have practical experience of the industry. So that will help you understanding the management concepts, and with the real world examples, you can be really active in classroom learning. So when teachers teaching something, either you will be able to give examples relating to your past job, or at least even if you are not sharing it, you won't be you will be able to understand that in your mind. So uh, getting some experience before going for MBA would really help people out. And one more thing is, I really like with the NIFTEM students these days, that you people are networking right from the first and second year. So that is something that you can leverage. So with us in India, it's that right away from school we get a job, we get it from campus placements. However, what do we do after that? If I don't like the job that I have, if I don't have a large, let's say, connection network base, so I won't be able to, explore many options. I'll have to either sit down and take up whatever it's offered to me, or if I have a connection, like if I have a network, I can leverage that to switch. Yeah.
So, any special memory that you would like to share with us that has stayed with you?
It was a funny memory. So, like I said, during the final term exams, we would go out at night, and no one else would be in the campus, just the five or six of us. So there was time during fourth term, I believe. So we were just hanging out and going around the campus. We saw a couple of seniors coming. They asked us, "What the hell are you doing? Don't you have exam tomorrow?" We said yes. So they would just go, "बेशर्मो, बेशर्मो, जाके पढ़ाई कर लो." So that was the funniest part of it. And uh, I would say, yeah, that's the major highlight for me for the NIFTEM days. Going out during, after dinner, basically.
Okay, sir. So it was very nice knowing about our seniors' memory also at NIFTEM, and they were as fun as we are having right now here. So, sir,
Yes,
finally, do you have any advice or any message that you would like to pass on to us, like your juniors?
sure. So the first advice would be enjoy your days in NIFTEM. So after you graduate, you're definitely gonna miss your days in NIFTEM, your friends, your classmates, and everybody. You won't get a lot of time to connect with them. So enjoy the time that you have right now with uh, your friends. Then, secondly, I would suggest you to upskill yourself while you are here. NIFTEM gives you a lot of resource to develop yourself. So work on your skills, find your niche, and work on that. If you need help, reach out to your alumni list. We are here to help you. If you like have a certain thing in mind and you can't clear it out, don't hesitate to reach out to us. So I would say cold calling works. Do cold calls to your seniors, to let's say people in the industry. Do cold calls, uh, learn new things, develop your skill. So these are the things that's gonna help you in later part of your career. And yes, enjoy your days in Lifton.
Sure,
That's
sir.
something that you're gonna definitely miss afterwards.
Sure, sir. We are actually following your words. Like, we are actually enjoying a lot in our campus right now. Here we come to the end of this interview. Thank you for joining us, sir. Thank you for making this interview a really worthwhile to watch. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome, Richa. Thanks for inviting me for the interview.
Thanks, sir. The
I
pleasure.
look forward.
Thank you
I
so
look forward to the, posting of this video.
much. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Take care.